So very unexpectedly, I really enjoyed this episode, and I'm really intrigued by the series. Especially, I think that was a great first episode for the showcase of the series. And pretty much what happened was that so we meet our two characters, and they're two separate characters as we see, and then one day this very mysterious book was reverse shoplifted, so it was left at a library. And the girl coincidentally, she took it home to read it. And coincidentally, it was also her 28th birthday. And she read the book, she read a section of it on her 28th birthday and under the moonlight. Well, come to find out, apparently those were the conditions that were have to that so that the caster had to meet so the spell could work, and the spell was that she could revert back to her youth. But the catch is that even though she reverts back, we see that her excess, like, she still has the body of a 15-year-old, like she reverted, but all that excess bones, muscle, like all the excess stuff in her body that weren't there when she was 15, they're like trying to squeeze in to her body, and then causing her to like bleed. We see her bleed out of her eyes and ears sometimes, and yeah, we just see her like, she's so I just feel like these spells, like, so he explained that there's basically three types of poems, that causes these things, and he explains it. And I have a feeling that I feel like how he explained it was that, like, a person can use it for a wish like our girl did, but if she coincidentally does it, meets the requirements, a cat will, activate. So in her case, by coincidence, she had to be turning 28. She had to read around midnight, and she had to read Under the Moonlight. And one thing, it's not important, but one of the conditions for that was the caster also has to be a virgin maiden. So she obviously met those requirements, and she was able to revert to her 15-year-old self. And then we just see her like she's trying to like this guy explains everything, and he says, "Oh, give me the book, I'll dispose of it." And then she's like, no, and they pretty much run around town because she says, the only reason, like, cause the reason she said I want to turn 15 is cause now I can write, and like, to write books. Cause when she got older, like, I guess she got burnt out or something. So she originally wanted to be 15 again so she can write. And we see specifically, so after the incident, so after, she reverts back, then he gets the book, and they go, their separate ways. The same night, we see our main male character, he goes down back to where he lives, and for some reason we see him and his sister, they live in this abandoned train station. For some reason, we don't know yet. But he goes back, and he goes, I think, deeper into the train station, and we see like a little vendor station. Like, we see like just a window pretty much, and we hear this lady talk, and it sounds like they're like she if you saw the conversation, it sounded like they were part of an organization, like he was returning this book, and she was like, and the lady said, "Oh, it's this kind of spell," and she said, "Oh, with this kind of book, you could exchange and possibly get a ticket to Yami station, to some other station." So to me, it does tell me that there are multiple stations like this one. So probably like other districts that have these books, that have these kind of problems. and sh- um and he chooses not to exchange it for a ticket to the next station, and instead just turns in the book. And he pretty much just leaves the book, turns it into her. And it seems like this is like, I'm guessing this is the way he talked about, of like a way to dispose of it properly. I'm guessing that's kind of a way where they collect it. And one thing I did want to mention, I found pretty coincidental, was that early in the episode, if you remember, they were talking. The girl brought up this occult, like she spent the whole night with researching this occult or whatever. Like she's very obsessed with the occult. And even the guy, he dismissed it. He's like, oh, like if that cult is like make believe, like I can't believe someone your age believes in that stupid crap. And he just, this is it completely, and this happened in the beginning of the episode, so it makes me believe that it's gonna turn out that this is the cult, like his part of the cult that said like, oh, they're a bunch of like shams, like trying to like we see, like my guess is he kind of said that throw off the scent, so she doesn't, I guess, figure out that he's part of the cult. But I'm guessing he is part of the cult, and that's kind of like part of his job as the cult, to find these mysterious books and turn into, I'm guessing, their headquarters of the cult or something. But yeah, I'm guessing that he's part of the cult, because like I said in the beginning, when he heard, oh, the girl talking about this specific cult that they do, he dismissed it. He's like, oh, I can't believe someone your age believes in that. Being a little reverse psychology kind of thing. But overall, like I said, I really enjoyed this episode. The one character that we did kind of meet that is gonna look kind of important in probably in the future of this series is we kind of meet this little girl that lives with our main male character. And if you saw her, she looks like his little kid sister that lives with him. So I wonder, like, maybe they're in a situation where like the parents died, and like the cult was the only person, we're the only family that took him in with open arms, pretty much. I'm thinking that's kind of the situation if they live in that creepy train station, abandoned train station, where we saw that window. So yeah, maybe this is a stretch, but maybe that abandoned train station is one of the headquarters. And then when the lady mentioned, these other train stations, I'm guessing those are other headquarters of like the same occult things. But I feel like they're like like military bases. Like, oh, that's my facility over there. But when someone turns in a book in that station, they all from any station, it like gets rerouted to like our main headquarters, where we don't know where that is yet. But yeah, this is all speculation. But overall, I really enjoyed this episode, and I can't wait to watch more of it. And I am happy that comes out on a Thursday, because I was afraid, like, what if it comes out on a Sunday? And you guys know, usually I don't do Sundays, especially when I just try to I try to avoid Sundays. But if for some reason, like you guys saw this season, I'm doing it on Sunday. It's usually just limited to just one series on Sundays. So but yeah, thankfully it comes out on Thursdays, and I'm definitely gonna look forward to making more videos about this, because this was definitely a good first episode, and definitely did get me hooked for future episodes of this show. But I think I'm gonna just leave it at that. Please leave a like, subscribe, and